Blaziken, the Blaze Pokémon, a fire and fighting type first discovered in the Hoenn region. Man, you guys really like the Hoenn starters, don't you? It's the final evolution to Torchic, so it's a common beginning Pokemon for many trainers living in Hoenn. Not surprising, since Blaziken is a major powerhouse, having absurdly strong muscles throughout its body, especially in its legs. It may not be able to fly, but with its ability to jump over 30-story buildings, it doesn't need to. And needless to say, with kickers that strong, you don't want to get kicked by them. Not that getting punched by a Blaziken would be any better. The flames that sprout from its wrists make it so that anything decked by a Blaziken will be turned into a pile of ash, and the stronger its opponent, the fiercer its flames become. Punches, kicks, you're not walking away unscathed when up against a Blaziken, and things would be no different if it were to ever make its way to Pokémon Unite. Let's take a look at what it could potentially do. No role fits Blaziken better than Speedster, having high mobility as a devastating assassin. It begins matches as Torchic, becomes Combusken at level 4, then Blaziken at level 8. It can have the ability that got it banned for a while there, Speed Boost. This makes it so that whenever Blaziken uses a dash-based move, it gains a Speed Boost counter. It can hold up to 5 at a time, and each Speed Boost makes Blaziken a little faster, so having 5 grants it a lot of extra movement speed. It will lose all of the Speed Boosts, however, if it uses a non-dash move, but in exchange for the boosts, the move that consumed them will gain whole new effects. And the more they consume, the stronger the effects will be. Blaziken can have a normal 3-hit basic attack, with its boosted attack being able to burn opponents hit by it. One of the first moves that it can start matches with as Torchic can be Flame Charge. This has the chick dash forward while engulfed in fire, a standard dash move, but since it is one, it will grant you a speed boost each time it's used. The other starting move, however, isn't a dash move. It's Ember. This allows Torchic to auto-target a single foe and spit a bunch of embers at them to deal damage. It shoots a barrage of these embers, so the target will take constant damage until Torchic runs out of breath, which, thanks to its tiny lungs, doesn't take very long. And since this isn't a dash move, using it will consume speed boosts, but in doing so, reduces its cooldown and increases its damage. Once it evolves into Combusken at level 4, that's when it'll be replacing Ember with one of 2 new powerful fighting-type attacks. The first of which being Double Kick. This has the user auto-target a single foe and lunge at them with a flying kick. Then after making contact, immediately follows it up with a second kick that pushes the targeted foe away from that spot. By holding the control stick during the second kick, you are actually able to choose which direction you kick the opponent into. Preferably though, try to aim for an obstacle. Kicking a Pokemon into a wall stuns them, and kicking them into one of their own allies will stun both of those opposing Pokemon. Now, despite the movement this move can grant, it's not classified as a dash move, so using it will consume speed boosts, and doing so increases the distance it kicks Pokemon and lowers its cooldown, with the cooldown resetting entirely if it consumed 5 speed boosts. And when Double Kick is upgraded at level 11, its damage increases and the base amount of push from the second kick also increases. The push can get ridiculous after upgraded and used with 5 speed boosts, potentially kicking Pokemon straight out of your visual range. Now, the other move to replace Ember can be Sky Uppercut. This has the user wind up, then do a powerful jumping uppercut into the area directly in front of itself, dealing deadly damage and tossing all Pokemon hit by it high into the air. This move also eats up speed boosts, and doing so reduces the wind-up time and makes it hit way harder. Consuming 5 boosts makes the uppercut come out immediately with no startup at all. On top of that and shattering their chins, it also shatters their shields, completely removing them. And when upgraded at level 11, the move's cooldown is reduced, and the user is now able to re-aim the uppercut during the starting windup, assuming there is any, that is. So that's it for the non-dash moves. Now to see the actual dash moves that will prove to be Blaziken's scariest asset, letting this bird fly around the map to destroy its prey. It can learn these new moves to replace Flame Charge at level 8 as soon as it evolves into Blaziken, and the first of which can be its signature, but not actually so signature, Blaze Kick. This acts as an upgraded version of Flame Charge, having Blaziken leap forward with a fiery flying kick. The functional difference being that the move hits harder, flies farther, and Blaziken is able to hold up to 3 uses of it in reserve. And since you gain a speed boost each time you kick, you'll be stacking up those boosts pretty quickly. Even more so when Blaze Kick upgrades at level 13, which adds another usable charge for it to hold, increasing the max amount of Blaze Kick usage to 4. But where Blaze Kick is the high mobility move, Brave Bird is the long-range devastator. After charging up, Blaziken flies forward at high speed and high power, pushing aside all opposing Pokemon in its path. Brave Bird will add a single speed boost by default, but it will gain additional boosts for each Pokemon damaged by this move in one use. And the more boosts you have, the less amount of time Blaziken will need to charge it up. Then when upgraded at level 13, its damage increases and it gains a new effect where it'll deal additional damage to opponents hit by Brave Bird after someone else was already hit. So if, say, Blaziken hits 3 players in a row, the second player hit will take more damage than the first player hit, but the third will take more damage than the second. Fitting for a speedster, this concept for Blaziken relies on constant momentum that builds up, then is released in powerful blows. Don't give your opponent any breathing room. Smoke them out with Blaziken's intense heat, then go in for the kill. For Blaziken's Unite move, learned at level 9, I call it 100 Blazing Kicks. Blaziken auto-targets a single foe, lunges at them, then begins barraging that target with a seemingly endless number of hot strikes, dealing tons of constant damage. Then after finishing its flurry of kicks, it ends the Unite with one final flying kick, dashing through the targeted Pokemon to deal one last blow of damage. Afterward, Blaziken is automatically granted maximum speed boosts, allowing it to follow up with even more devastation. And that does it for What If Blaziken was in Pokémon Unite. So, if you have any Holowear ideas for Blaziken, any of the previous Pokemon that I've made Unite movesets for, or even any Pokemon currently playable in Unite, share your ideas in the comments. Or if you want to make artwork for your ideas, share that with me as well on Twitter with the hashtag WhatIfUnite. I'd love to see them, and I'd be more than happy to show off your art in the next episode, though please be sure to put your signature on them. In which case, if you enjoyed what you saw and would like to see even more Pokemon be given possible Unite movesets, be sure to subscribe. Also be sure to go check out Krashy's channel. He's been a big help in developing these movesets, and he's great with helping others improve their skills at Pokemon Unite, so definitely look him up if you want to increase your win rate. And if you want to support the show, you can click the join button below the video, the one on my main page, or the link in the description to become a sponsor for my channel. Doing so will get you access to my Discord server, channel emotes, as well as the privilege to watch these episodes early on top of so much more. And of course, if you have a character that you want to see be given a possible Unite moveset, leave a comment down below or contact me on Twitter at BrawlFan1 on Twit. I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching!